Hello, my name is Anne, and I have completed my project on measuring whether there is a relationship between the independent variable. And the question that I proposed was whether teaching functional communication would decrease elopement in the classroom. And I use an AB design to measure this. AB design is like you collect baseline data, intervention, baseline, and the intervention again. And the participant was a 6-year-old female who has an ASD diagnosis, and the setting of where this took place is a first grade gen ed classroom. And the two articles I chose from the matrix to support this how functional communication is effective. It's how teaching functional communication is effective to decrease maladaptive behaviors. The articles of research and practice for person with severe disability and the article of trial-based functional communication training childhood both have studied the effect of functional communication and decreasing challenging behaviors. And both of the results of those articles shows that when teaching the student or the participant how to functionally communicate, their challenging behavior decreased and functional communication increased. And for my project, I started with collecting baseline data for 4 days. And how to, so during those 4 days, I was in the corner and have a break card already on the student's desk, and but do not explain what the purpose of the break card is, and sit in the corner and collect frequency data of instances, how many instances, tally marks of when the student would physically remove their body from their desk and elope 3 feet away from their designated area. In the first day of baseline data, there was 10 elopements. Second day, 5 elopements. The third day, 9 elopements. And the fourth day, there was 8 elopements. Although, so the baseline data, I guess, kind of up and down, but not quite steady, but was high. The elopements was high enough, then also in a way disrupting the classroom. So we started the intervention. And during the intervention phase, the elopement did a decrease. So how the intervention was, I would go up to the the teacher would explain to the learner what the break card is and model it for the learner. So when they were done with their work, I'd walk over and show the learner, hey, this is a card, this is your break card. You can use this to give your teacher to ask for a break. You can ask, to go to the intervention room. You can use a break to ask for a break to draw, go to the calm down corner, etc. So walk to the student and show the student the card and explain it, and then guide the student to the teacher to give the break card to the teacher, or they can verbally ask for a break. Either of those will work. And so during the intervention phase, the elopement did decrease to like lower than when it was in baseline, which is good, but not not strong enough, because the data was not like steady enough to say that, oh, okay, there is a strong relationship. So after the 16th day of the intervention, I went back to the baseline data, and the baseline data, which mean don't prompt, there's no prompting, not guiding the student to ask for a break. We did see an increase, but not as high as the first baseline. That baseline data, so it's not as high, and then went back to intervention, and the elopement did decrease. So showing that there is a relationship, but not quite strong enough to say, yes, there is a strong relationship between the independent and the dependent variable. So which that leads us to the limitation of the study. One of them being the biggest one, I feel like, is not having enough time to collect data and to see if the graph would eventually, be consistent to show that, oh, this is a strong relationship between teaching functional communication and the decreasing of elopement in the classroom. I would like more time to see if that would happen. And then another one would be, I might not use the AB design data. Again, I might use multiple baseline to measure maybe 2 interventions to see which would be more which would be stronger, in teaching functional communication. And then lastly, I would add another technician for generalization of the skill, to see how the student would respond to a different person implementing this intervention. And from this project, I've learned that writing the procedure is more difficult than actually running it, and how to write clearly, precisely, so then when someone who's not in the field is able to read it and understand it and implement it. And learning how to create a data collection sheet was also something very interesting that I have learned as well. But that is all. Thank you.